Hello, and welcome back to the EDC Squirrel. Got a new knife for you today, and this one I've been excited about. I couldn't wait to open this during my live unboxing, so I had to do it as soon as I got it today. And this is the Bestech Knives Tercel. This would be part number BT1708A. It's something I got that I've been sort of stalking the mailman over ever since I purchased it. I got this one on Whatnot, brand new, through Chasing Blades. They run a website also called unwaveringendeavors.com. I do a lot of business with them. They're really great guys. But they had one of these on the table, and I had to snatch it up. Actually, they had another one before this, and I kind of missed out on it. So as soon as I saw that they had another one, I jumped on it. But this one is from Bestech Knives. Nothing else in the box that I can see, aside from a rather large-sized knife taco. And inside, we've got some non-edible candy. We have a microfiber cleaning cloth, nicely folded in a triangle. I don't see any... oh, wait, no, there is a marking. We do have, looks like in the cloth, an embossed, like, Bestech logo. But nothing else other than that. Oh, there it is. Bestech Knives, a little hard to see there. And then we have the knife itself. The taco is actually pretty nice because it's got two separate pockets on either side of the taco as opposed to just being one large pocket. Let's go ahead and put that off to the side. And let's take a look at the knife. Again, this is called the Bestech Tercel. And this one is done with a retro gold and titanium handle. The blade itself is a 3.46 inch, I believe, CPM S35 VN blade, rear flipper, and thumb holes for deployment. Ooh, that felt nice. Really smooth action. It is a frame lock. I gotta do that again. Real smooth action on that knife. Feels really good with the rear flipper. Easy to do, or easy enough to do with the thumb holes. I can spidey flick it without any problem. And let's see. Oop. Didn't really have that great a purchase with my thumb there. There we go. A little slow on the thumb. The hole is a little on the thin side, so I don't really get as much purchase with my thumb. There we go. A little better that time. Actually, much easier for me to just spidey flick this one, or of course, just use the rear flipper. Nice, speedy, very smooth feeling. Good feeling detent with the frame lock. And unlike other frame locks, I'm not running into any problem with applying too much pressure on that lock itself, preventing me from opening the blade. Comes out nice and quick. Nice sounding lockup. Actually, while I have that open, let's see here. No movement on the blade. Up or down. See, nothing side to side. So very secure lockup on that blade. Again, S35 VN steel. We've got I'd almost say like a California clip point style almost, much like some of the traditional knives that I have. We've got a Bestech logo on one side. There we go. And on the other side, we have Tercel as well as S35 VN towards the pivot. On the spine of this one, now this is the interesting part of it. This is engraved as a first production run. If we can get it to focus, not cutting myself. Focus, please. There we go. This is a first production run, number 39 out of 100. Now, I don't know if these are still available from Bestech. I'm not sure quite what they mean by first production run, 39 out of 100, whether they're still making these or not. I do notice that on Bestech's website, they do show unavailable. They do have also another version of the Tercel without the gold on the handle, and that one is in stock. So the only difference that I see is you don't have the gold on the titanium handle. Now, as far as the rest of the specs of this knife, let me check their website real quick. It's being a little slow on my side. Again, CPM S35VN, stone wash finish blade, titanium scales, frame lock, retro gold coloring. Overall length is going to be 8.39 inches with a closed length of 4.92. Blade length is 3.46 inches, and it does have ball bearings, ceramic ball bearings, which you can attribute the real smooth knife action to those ball bearings, and it has a knife weight, they say, of 126 grams. Let's see how that is in ounces. Let's even out my scale here. 4.83 ounces. So surprisingly light knife for a knife of this size. So pretty interesting. Again, a really long swoop on this clip point and a decent amount of jimping. Not too aggressive, just enough to get a little bit of grip on the back with your thumb. There is no like finger choil on the blade. You get a bit of a sharpening choil here, a generous cutout on the scales. So it does feel real comfortable in the hand. I do get a full gorilla grip on this handle without any issue whatsoever. And they do have a generous enough relief or cutout on the scales, so getting to that frame lock to unlock the blade is no issue whatsoever. It's pretty easy to do that. I don't have to dig my nail in to unlock the blade. It's pretty easy to do with just the pad of my thumb. Now, you do also have a titanium pocket clip. It's not exactly a deep carry, but I do like these type of clips that are nice and flat, not too thin, so should be able to carry in the pocket without much of a problem. Unfortunately, though, the pocket clip does not appear to be reversible. Now, looking while it's closed, we can see the blade is perfectly centered in there. You got a bit of a liner here. There you have your lanyard hole, pretty generously sized lanyard hole, and the back liner goes to about, I would say, like a third, just over a third of the back of the scales there. Otherwise, pretty open. And we've got what look to be like, I would say, I don't know, brass accents around the pivot. It looks like a slot to adjust. You can probably adjust that even with a coin to adjust the pivot if you want to loosen the action up a little bit or tighten it up. I just noticed, I didn't even notice this before, but you've got the retro gold on the, looks like micro milled portions of the scale, and the flat titanium portions have this really interesting coloring to it. I don't know if it's coming up on the video, but you've got hints of that same retro gold mixed with blue. And I didn't notice that before. I initially thought it was just gray until I was looking at the backliner, and then I noticed the color, and that looks really cool. Even better than I expected. I did not notice that until I really held it up to the light and really saw that blue color coming out on that scale. Very beautiful knife. I really like it with that retro gold. Again, very smooth action. Let me do something I always do. I want to see if anything changes. The action itself is nice, quick, and smooth, but I always like to add some pivot oil to the pivot of every knife that I buy. So I'll add 1 drop on each side. And to be quite honest, a lot of the reason why I do this isn't just to try to improve the action of a knife. This one, like I said, feels really good as it is. But the main reasons why I add pivot oil is, one, to prevent any possible corrosion in that area, because when there's any water or moisture that's going to collect on a blade, more than likely it's going to get trapped in that area. So having oil there helps prevent any moisture from really collecting there and causing problems. Also, the lubrication that the oil provides helps prevent and or slow down any mechanical wear that occurs in that area. I mean, that is the pivot area. So you have parts constantly rubbing up against each other when you're opening and closing the blade. So that just helps prolong the life of everything in there, helps prevent premature wear of those moving parts. So those are the 2 main reasons why I do that. Otherwise, as far as action is concerned, I don't feel any real difference. It still feels really smooth, really nice, really quick, and a very nice positive sounding lockup once that frame locks the blade in place. Again, very easy to do that spider flick. Very nice feeling handle. I actually like the ergonomics of the handle. There can be too many times where I hold a knife with a gorilla grip, but I don't feel that pocket knife like being any type of irritant behind my knuckles. And holding the knife like I normally would with my thumb on the jimping, it does feel really comfortable. There's a little bit of you got some finger grooves sort of in here, back here, like at where you have your forefinger and where you have your pinky. And that fits really well with my hand to where I don't feel like it's going to ever slip out of my hand. The grip, the scales on this knife are nice and grippy. They don't feel slick at all. I've had some titanium scales, and I do love the look of the titanium. However, sometimes titanium, especially if it's really smooth, can sometimes feel a bit slick. These do not feel slick at all, not in the slightest. So nice feeling handle, really good grip, and really grippy scales. Let's see how this blade is on some magazine paper. Now I don't hone the blade. I didn't hone the blade. I didn't sharpen the blade. This is out of the box. Really smooth feeling, really smooth sounding cuts on this magazine paper. That is really sharp right out of the box. Really nicely done blade. All right. Before I create too much of a mess. Oops, kicked my camera. Really nicely done finishing job on that blade. Nice and sharp. Felt really good cutting through that paper. I'm really liking all the little accents they have on the scales. And I don't know if it's just me, but why does it seem like the blue is getting deeper and deeper? It's almost like the blue got deeper during the course of my video. That's really strange. I wonder is it like the oils on my hands? I don't know. Maybe I just my eyes are they're just weird today. But I'm loving the look of this knife. Absolutely beautiful. Really really comfortable to hold. I like the weight. It feels nice. It feels reliable. It's probably the best way I can put it. Robust without being too heavy. Meaning it feels nice and solid without being so heavy that I'm gonna like regret holding it in my pocket. Um, Again, super smooth action, solid lockup. I love the feel of that pocket clip, and just overall nicely done blade. I have to ask about this first production number and that serial number because again, I'm not exactly sure what they mean. If there's, I'm assuming these are still in production. I don't know. This just says first production. I have still seen them on sale at other websites. I know that again, Bestech themselves on their own website, they are showing these as unavailable, not just out of stock. So maybe it's just this particular type that they're no longer making, uh, the one with the what do you call it, retro gold. Sorry, because I am seeing the other version as still being available. The other version meaning the just standard titanium handle, which is from the looks of the pictures predominantly gray with a blue tinted pocket clip. Still a really pretty blade, but I'm really liking this gold and blue titanium. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to do a little bit more research. I just wanted to get a video out. This is pretty much my first look at this since I got it. I just couldn't wait doing a video of it and letting you guys take a look at it yourselves. Let me know what you guys might know about this. I'm going to do a little bit more digging, which I probably should have done before I did the video. I was just so excited to finally get this in hand and play around with it. It's a really nice knife and super cool looking. The price on this knife, now on this one, it might be a little different depending on where you go. I know on Bestech's website, they're showing, or they were showing this, again, it shows unavailable, but they were showing this at $192. The other version that is currently available is also a $192. I don't see them on Amazon anywhere. Let me look again. Yeah, I don't see these available on Amazon. Again, I got mine from Whatnot, from a seller named Chasing Blades and the Unwavering Endeavors website, which is owned by them. And I got mine for, if I recall, the same price. So it's probably going to be roughly the same anywhere else you go at 192. Again, I don't know if these are available anywhere else in this particular color because of that production that production and serialized number. It'll focus again of 39 out of 100. So I'm really curious to learn more about that. Otherwise, an exceptional knife. It's not my first one from Bestech. I had another knife from Bestech that I got from Monthly Knife Club, actually, which is a lot smaller. I forgot the name of it. It's going to bug me now. But I was really impressed with the smaller knife that I got from Monthly Knife Club. And I was really, really interested in getting another one. And now that I have it, I couldn't be happier. I'm really glad I took a deeper look at Bestech and can't wait to see what else I might be able to get from them and show you guys. So thanks again for joining me. I hope you had fun. If you liked what you saw, please drop a like down below. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified anytime I drop a new video out for you guys. So thanks again for all your support, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you've got something like this, if you're looking to get something like this, and what you think from what you've seen. So thanks again, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.